Yo, what's good YouTube, it's Sturko, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the ultimate Fortnite Chapter 6 guide to get the highest FPS possible and lowest input delay. Before the video starts, I would really appreciate it if you guys dropped a like and subscribe to the channel, but without further ado, let's get right into the video. So for the first thing, before start, go ahead and create a restore point. So just type in create a restore point in here. You will see this, then go to local disk and search for the one that has the Windows logo in it and press on create and wait for it to create a restore point. Doing this, you can come back to where you are right now before you're doing any changes. So if something does happen after the changes, you can just come back and okay, and now we can start with the optimizations. The first thing we're going to do is right click down here on the GeForce logo and go ahead and press on NVIDIA control panel. So you might be familiar with this NVIDIA control panel. The first thing we want to do is adjust image settings with preview. In here you will see these three settings. Make sure to choose use the advanced 3D image settings. You will get this option in here. Here you want to make sure to go ahead and copy all of the settings that I have. I will scroll down and you can just go ahead and copy them. I promise you these settings will allow you to get the best FPS possible in game. Then move on into program settings, and you want to make sure to go ahead and copy all of these settings as well. Once you copied all of these settings, we're going to go ahead and move into the change resolution tab, and here some people just put the Ultra HD HDSD here, which is the native, but as you can see the highest refresh rate of my monitor here is 120, but my monitor is actually 144 Hz. So you want to scroll down and press on the one that's under PC. Make sure to put the right resolution and the one you want, so I'm going to put 1920 by 1080. As you can see, the refresh rate is 144 in this one. Then move on into configure surround physics. Here the physics settings, processor, you want to make sure you have it on your NVIDIA GeForce card and not on your CPU. This is really important. Once you finish all of those settings, you can close this out and we can move on to the next setting. Next up, we have the new NVIDIA app. Now this app you actually do not want to use. The only thing you want to use in it is the drivers tab. Here you just want to press on download. If you do not have the latest driver, make sure to download it and press on relaunch and you will have the latest driver. This is the most important one here. The other thing you want to make sure is disabled and you're not using is the graphics tab, which optimizes your game, but it doesn't really make it better. So as you can see here, when it optimizes it, it changes to DirectX 11, which is not good at all. You want to change all of these settings in game, but make sure you're not using the optimizing tab in the NVIDIA app. Next up, in the system tab in here, you can go ahead and go into the performance, and here as you can see there's an option called automatic tuning. This is a new option NVIDIA app added. Now I have not used it and I have not tried it, so I'm not going to tell you to turn it on. It might cause some problems on your PC, so I'm going to be making a different video for that one. Stay tuned. So once you finish all of these settings, just close this out and we can move on into the next. Next up, we want to uninstall unwanted apps. So just press the Windows tab and go into uninstall. As you can see, you get the add or remove programs. Here you will have a lot of apps you don't even remember that you downloaded. As you can see, I have a whole lot. Now I'm not going to go through every single one. You can go and check for ones that you don't use. Like if you have Steam and you don't use it, you can just press here and uninstall it. This is just to free up some space on your PC. And while you're here, you gotta go into gaming. As you see, we have three options in here. We have the game bar, which is the worst setting in Windows. You want to make sure this is off. It'll just start taking screenshots and things in your gameplay which you do not want. Then you want captures, also make sure right here everything is off, and the game mode you want to make sure it is on. As you can see, it says it optimizes your PC, so make sure it is on. Now while you're in the game mode tab, you want to go into graphics. Here in graphics, as you can see, there's the default settings. Change default graphics settings. You have two options, which is hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, and you want to have this turned on. This is really important. As you can see, it reduces latency and improves performance, so you do want to turn it on. You want to make sure this is turned off. This will not optimize your PC at all, so make sure this is turned off. Next up, we're going to go into the game user settings of Fortnite. So how to do that, we're going to go into the Windows tab here. Here you want to type in %local app data %. Should open up a new folder here. As you can see, you want to scroll down here and search for Fortnite game. Press on it, then go to save, then go into config, then Windows client. and you find the folder called game user settings. Now before entering it and changing the settings, you cannot change settings before changing this option. Go into show more options, properties, and here you want to make sure this is unchecked. Read only is unchecked, so you can actually change these settings. The first setting you want to make sure is disabled is the auto download high resolution textures behavior. This will download the high resolution textures, so make sure this is on disabled _ permanent. Make sure B ray tracing is false. Same with all the ray tracing options down here. Make sure they're all on 0 or false. Then you want to scroll down until you find frame rate limit. Now if you don't find it, you can press edit and make sure to press on find, and then type here like this, and go ahead and press this arrow until you find the one that I'm on, which is frame rate limit equal, and the one that you have it on. Now according to the refresh rate of your monitor, you want to put this on 3 less than that. So I have a 144 Hz monitor and I usually use 160 FPS on it. So 157 FPS is the one that I want to use. Now if you're using 240 Hz, it is better to use 237 FPS, and etc. Once you finish all those, make sure to press file here and press save, and then you can close this out. Alright, now we're gonna go into Fortnite and change the settings inside. As you can see, we're in the Fortnite lobby. Now we're gonna go into settings. As you can see, these are all the play settings and graphic settings on Fortnite. So first mode, we have windowed mode. You want to make sure this is on full screen. This is really important. If you have it windowed on full screen, some people do use it depending on their PC and how many monitors they are using. You want to make sure this is on full screen if you're only using one monitor. Next up is resolution. This is up to you, honestly, depending on how good your PC is. I have a pretty good PC. It is normal. I have it on 1920 by 1080. Now if you have a worse PC, then you can put it on less, which is 1600 by 900 or 1280 by 720. Or if you want to use a stretch resolution, you can change that from the game user settings folder, and I have another video for that. Next up is VSync. You want to make sure this is turned off. This is a really bad setting. You do not want to turn it on. This caps your limit 60 FPS, so make sure this is off. Frame rate limit, we already have it on the game user settings, so you do not want to touch this. Rendering mode, we obviously want it on performance mode. This is the best setting here and everyone knows it. Now for graphic settings here, these do not actually change the performance, so we're going to move on into graphics quality. Now if you do put on 1920 by 1080 and you're still getting some lag, you can make sure to it's on 90 maybe, or a bit less, but not too much, because then you'll have a really blurry screen. So just put it until like 87% and you'll be good. Then we have view distance. I have it on medium, so because I have performance mode, then it is better. You can see a little bit better, so I just have it on medium. You can put this on low, there's no problem with that. Same with textures, I have it on low. Now for meshes, I do use high meshes. I can't really see good with low meshes, so I just use high. Next up, you go into here, the fourth settings. You want to scroll down until you find the replays. Here, as you can see, we have replays. Make sure everything is turned off, and this is actually a new setting down here, which is energy saving. You want to make sure this is turned off. This is not good at all. Make sure to turn this on never. Once you finish all those settings, you can press apply and close yourself. But you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, please make sure to like and subscribe for more like this one. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.